Right, so I finished uptying all of them, all of the season 1 characters or identities that I have. So we are going to dive into the mirror worlds and see. So for the Kurokumo clan and Blade Lineage, I actually only have a bit of them. I think these are all Kurokumo, but I do have... Ah, okay, it's actually Blade Lineage. So in Dante's notes, we've read that these two clans are fighting against each other. So it's very interesting to see that, you know, Ryoshu, Honglu, and Rhodia are against Yisang, Otis, and Sinclair. I wonder how that's going to be. So let's see. We do Honglu first. You little Kashira of the Kurokumo clan. The child, whose face was red with fury, came very close to spewing forth insults. You've been with us for a while, yeah, brat? It's Honglu, not brat. Wow! Right? Thought I've gotten used to your rude nonsense by now, but it still gets me mad. It's no wonder that this child is so upset. The Kurokumo clan is a finger's subsidiary, and that finger is none other than the thumb. Okay, alright, very interesting. I don't know what the fingers actually do, but I've read a bit of your comments about it and how it might be related to Ryoshu. And also the middle, we learned in Rhodia's chapter, the thumb who put rules and discipline above all else. Oh, rule of thumb, right? Said hierarchy extends to the ranks within its syndicates too. From Kumicho to Kashira, Hosa, and Wakashu, a superior's orders are absolute, and disobedience could be punished with severed fingers, arms, and even heads. You know, in the Yakuza, when they offer their finger, their pinky, when they make a mistake? Wow. Okay, so Komicho, Kashira, Hosa, Wakashu. So are these ranks? Because we're talking to a Kashira, and Honglu is kind of like just coming at them with a swag. It makes you wonder why the Kashira decides to keep this child named Honglu around despite his bad manners. Yeah, that's what I said. If Kashira is actually a higher ranking officer or leader of this group, then they just favor Honglu a lot. Though I'll say, sure, you can manage your man like no other. Well, it seems that he at least does what he's told. And he's apparently good at it too, which explains how he's remained until now. I have my eyes on the useful ones. I just have to take them with me and deal with the job as usual, right? Yep, and do something about how you address your superiors while you're there. Wow, you know, he still has that confidence. I think Honglu, because we never see Honglu afraid actually. So I don't know if he's just oblivious to fear in his usual self, right? Or he has like that hidden confidence that still shows. That's why I like him a lot. And yeah, we have to talk about this eye too. So he's heterochromic, so I'm not sure if it's prosthetic or he's just born with it. Cause I'm your boss, the Kashira said to him with a cackle. Who's the boss around here? It's Honglu. That was so nice. Okay. Next is Isang. This one is the first identity that I got. And I got him for like probably around 3 times more. Though I merely yearn to gaze out the window, here the paper covering its openings obstructs the moonlight, much to my heart's discontent. The child, looking up at the paper window with his dissatisfied, narrowed eyes, didn't seem to give any attention to his interlocutor. You're the one... Otis! Okay. You're the one who said you wanted to sleep in a tile-roofed house. Sip. The sound of tea passing his lips sounded his disapproval. Additionally, moving to the south was also your idea, Yisang. Like, you have to sip tea quietly, right? But if you sip tea loudly, does that mean dissatisfaction? Okay, and moving to the south, while I do not deny that, receiving the other child's flack, the child known as Yisang slowly turned his head to face her. We were in need of a new territory from which to extort, were we not? I believe I offered an apt solution. You just won't back down, will you? Yielding is not a behavior that aligns with me. Oh my gosh! Oh, this is nice. Like, it's very decisive, right? And I think Yisang has always been, decisive, like especially with things that he wants to keep. Like, for example, the potato, he's not one to back down. But we don't see that often because he's quiet, but his subtle ways of showing that to us. And I remember an anecdote from the real life Yisang when people said that his poetry is so difficult to understand, and he was just, ranting that people should embrace modernity because they're behind the times. And so it's like he always does things with a little bit of resistance. So, yeah. That's so good to see. Why don't you take up the mantle for us in that case? What made you recommend me to be the leader instead? Oh, Otis is the leader. Excess labor does not mirror my ideal performance, both mental and manual. I'm just here doing the bare minimum, Otis. Says the one nicknamed Slayer for taking excessive lives, huh? Dang. It is my preference to be wholly focused when I am doing my job. Whilst engaging in the rhythmed exchange, the child with dark bags under his eyes stopped to recall something, then added. Yeah, so like they were doing a dialogue, and I guess that sounds more melodic in Korean. In addition, I remember you once asked this. You're usually a laid-back jokester. So what transforms you into a cold-blooded killer whenever a sword is in your hands? Ooh, laid-back jokester. I would love to see a laid-back jokester kind of Yisang, right? That I did. I hope today's exchange has provided an answer. I really love him because, him and Merso have the same dry humor, but in a different delivery. The child nonchalantly nursed his tea after that. So the sinners are called children, right? And these children are from Crow's Eye View. There were 13 children. I'm not exactly sure what it means, but I guess that was taken from there. The look on the other child's face shows discomfort among many other things, but to describe them all in detail would be a disservice. Okay, isn't that right? Okay. Then Otis. The most important part is to strike at the waist. Your steps must be as fast as lightning. That is what you once told me. The child's hushed monologue or conversation is directed at her blade. How ironic that you met your demise at your pupil's sword, laid down by the skill you taught her. Oh, she took down her master? Although there was a master who had bestowed the art of swordsmanship, that individual may or may not be part of the Blade Lineage. An unruly group of sword-bearers, brandishing their weapons as they please, too disorderly to be simply called free. If one had to find a word that tied them together, it would be survival. They chose the blade as a way of life, and whoever impedes their survival is greeted with severing violence. It's a trait that most members of the Blade Lineage share. Oh, okay. Should I have followed that path, perhaps? She decided that she wouldn't hold much regret for the day she slew her own master. After all, cutting out the obstacle that blocked her from her flow was the right thing to do. Dang, that was the greater stream she floated down. Thus, she made up her mind to hold no regrets for going along with the float this time, too. If there is an obstacle, I will strike it down. The child's eyes shone with determination. I wonder who that master is. So then they wanted to do something that their master was against, probably. And then she had to cut them down. Interesting. I hope that I could unlock more. Especially Sinclair, because he's the 3-star identity over here. And Ryoshu as well over here, right? And I don't have Rodias either, so... Okay, so before we move on to the next world, we will read about the dialogues. We had Honglu.
명령하시는 건 다 따를 수 있어요. 복종까지 바라면 곤란하지만.
You know, I did not hear his voice this way when I was reading the story. That is the Honglu we know. Okay.
아침에 일어나기가 너무 피곤할 때는 그냥 아무것도 하지 말고 쉬는 것도 답이에요.
So, given this voice, you know, and the way that he's speaking, let me hear some more.
날이 너무 좋을 때면 가끔 일광욕을 하기도 해요. 몸이 따뜻하게 데워지는 느낌이 좋거든요.
You know, the best sunlight is around 6 to 8 a.m. After that, it's just hot.
날이 너무 좋을 때면 달빛조차도 구름에 가려지게 되는 캄캄한 밤이 되면 이것 봐요. 배는 건 언제나 즐거워요. 단 명령 때문에 배는 건 조금 재미없어요.
Yeah, so you know this Honglu is a bit of a troll.
왜 그렇게 자기 것에 집착하는지 모르겠어요. 마음을 넓게 가지면 좋을 텐데 말이에요.
Okay.
제가 맞설 상대는 제가 정하는 게 좋아요. 정해진 대로만 살아가는 건 의미가 없잖아요.
Okay, understandable. It's like, you know, you'd like one with a challenge, so you'll choose those who you think can give you the best fun.
제가 진정으로 말을 높이는 분은 단테님밖에 없어요.
Lord Dante.
마음이 가지 않는데 구태여 진심을 담아 존칭을 쓸 이유는 없잖아요. 단테님은 제가 수그리길 바라지 않아서 좋아요. 허리를 깎듯이 굽히면서 명령을 받드는 건 영화에서나 재밌는 장면 아니겠어요?
Right. So I love that, you know, this Honglu seems to want to treat everyone equally, but at the same time, he also has to be free to choose what he wants and, you know, give respect when it's due, like giving the title Lord Dante because he thinks he deserved it. Yeah, I like this Honglu actually.
단테님은 어디 가셨어요? 구름 속에 숨으셨나요? 고마워요. 제가 배워야 하는 게 또 있나요?
Oh yes, we did this.
명령이라면 제가 원하는 대로 배워버려도 되나요? 왔나요, 단테님? 재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요. 좀 더 잘 뵐 수 있을 것 같은데요. 배는 건 즐겁네요. 고생이 많겠어요, 단테님.
Whoa. Right? It's very blunt, but at the same time, the way he delivers it.
말했죠? 명령하시는 건 다 따른다고요. 괜찮죠? 하라는 걸 했잖아요.
Like he will always find a loophole for things. Oh my gosh.
가야 할 곳으로 보내준 것뿐이죠. 보이는 걸 베어냈을 뿐이고요. 검이 조금 무뎠나 봐요.
Okay, wow. Yes, that was very fun. He is like always bordering breaking the rules, but then staying in his lane. I'll do whatever I can within the confines of these rules. Okay, next is Yisang.
나는 유려하면서도 비범하게 심장을 베는 법을 알고 있어.
Oh my gosh.
검의 향연을 이룰 시간이 돌아왔어.
This is what Otis said, that his behavior changes when he wields a sword.
웃음이 많은 자들을 조심하시오. 그 허풍 같은 웃음 속엔 칼이 숨어 있어. 달빛은 마음에 들지 않소. 비추면 안 될 것을 구태여 환히 돋보이게 만들기만 하니.
That's an interesting perspective. But like, if like you are a worker of the dark, like for example, like a ninja or an assassin, like working in the shadows, they would say that the moon is one of the things that could give you away, right? So be careful of the moon.
이 흉터들 말이여, 이제 암으로써 그보다는
Oh my god.
이 흉터를 만들어낸 이들이 어떻게 되었는지 물어봐야 하는 것이 아니오.
That was sassy.
제 아무리 잘 벼려진 검이라도 안이 든다면 무용에 불과하지.
You know those stories where blades acquire a soul and then they start slashing people because nobody's using them and they had to be used, and that's why they are cursed. So
내 옛날을 묻는 것이오. 그러한 것들은 옛적에 모두 베어버렸어.
nobody escapes from their past, Isao.
비밀을 하나 말해주자면 난 눈과 귀를 막고도 적을 뵐 수 있어. 농이요. 단테, 그대는 참으로 순진하군.
It's really the deadpan joking that gets me. I love him.
지금까지 시계는 내게 그저 무용한 것에 불과했는데 말이오. 단테, 그대의 시계는 참으로 매혹적일 만큼 이상스러워.
Well, the clock has really great hands, you know? How round it is, right? And the numbers? There are no numbers, actually. Okay. Wait, you know what? I just realized that, you know, Dante doesn't really have numbers. A clock, a modern clock, has 12. It has 12 numbers, right? 1, 2, 12. And there are 12 sinners. My gosh. That is probably just a coincidence, but I think that is a really good tie-in as well, because they are all connected by the chain. It's just like the numbers on the clock's face jumped out and then became these people, and they're still part of the clock in some ways. So yeah.
그대, 대화가 끝났다고 바로 돌아서다니 퍽 냉정하군.
Well, I have nothing left to say. I am terribly bad at conversations, honestly. It's like one-liners and stuff. And I'm not trying to dismiss the conversation, actually. I just really don't know what to say. So sometimes I would just, you know, send an emoji or just say ha 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 like that, and I just wait for them to reply. Because I don't know what kind of topic should I bring up to continue the conversation. I'm very sorry, Isa. I will try to converse more.
검이 부러질 때까지 함께하겠소.
Oh, let's hope it doesn't.
피가 범람할 시간이요.
Wow.
그대, 이 검이 필요하오.
Ah, okay. I always hear that whenever like we go fighting or we go to the dungeon. So that's what it means again.
그대, 이 검이 필요하오.
필요 없어. Just joking. Because that's one word that I learned before. 없어. It's like none, right? It's like 필요 없어. It's like I don't need it. I'm so sorry. I do need it. Okay.
검은 아직 벼려 있어. 죄를 새겨주겠어. 혈이 낭자하오.
Okay. You know, that sounds very beautiful when you listen to it.
혈이 낭자하오.
But it's bloodshed. Okay.
흉터의 결과요. 흉터는 남지 않을 것이요.
Wait,
흉터는 남지 않을 것이요.
so you're not going to be sad if anyone dies? Isang? Okay.
흉터는 경험이요.
Yes, they say it's a trophy of your survival.
묘혈을 판 것 같소.
Digging your own grave.
저들이 수능을 하는 자들이기에 다행이요. 갈갈이 베어버렸소. 이보다 정신이 맑을 때가 없군.
So
내 검은 만족할 만큼 베어냈소. 그러니 미련은 없지.
it's like, I did my best. I'm not going to regret this. Oh, nice. This was so nice, honestly. Because they are all binded by survival, right? So it's like, if you fight me, I will fight you. Like, what you see is what you get from me as well. So I really love this. And I really love Yisung's VA. So Mr. Min Sung Woo, amazing. Good job. Next, we have Otis.
흐름을 따라 이곳에 왔으니 이를 막는 건 무엇이든 베어내겠습니다. 전 주로 새벽에 일어나는 편입니다. 해가 솟아나는 순간을 직면해야 하루의 시작을 하는 기분이거든요.
Yes, I agree with this. I used to be a creature of the dark. I used to, I don't know, enjoy dark spaces, like rustic cafes, or keeping my room really dark, blackout curtains and stuff. When I was like a teenager, but when you grow older, you will realize that you need some freshness. Nothing is fresher than early mornings, honestly. So I'm really glad that I wake up early now.
로지온이 자꾸만 식당을 소개시켜주겠다 하더군요. 생소하지만 먹는 것에도 즐거움을 느끼는 자들도 있는 것 같습니다.
Otis, eating is good, right? I really like that Rhodia is dragging her to a really good restaurant. And I just have to say that I think eating is such a vice. I spend a lot trying to try many different things, even just for once. But the experience is also something that really makes you happy. I am so happy whenever I eat good food.
마음을 정리하고 싶을 땐 달빛을 올려다보는 것도 도움이 됩니다. 눈앞에 장애물이 있다면 되는 것을 망설이지 마시길 바랍니다. 설령 그것이 관리자님의 마음을 베게 되더라도 긴 대화는 좋아하지 않습니다. 칼을 부딪히는 것보다 마음 솔직한 대화는 없었으니까요.
Negotiations will fail. Let's just fight.
칼을 지니다 보면 자연스럽게 침착하고 신속해지긴 마련입니다.
I wonder how that, really works. I guess it's the same as exercising. Like when you're moving your body, it feels lighter. Like swordsmanship is not just swinging your sword, and of course it's physically taxing too, but it's a matter of discipline and aligning yourself, I guess, with your weapon. So, but I just got that knowledge from, reading manga and watching anime, that they would always say to be one with a blade.
망망대에 선다는 것과 닮았군요. 막막하면서도 까마득하지만 물러설 곳이 없습니다.
The Odyssey had a purpose.
관리자님은 목표를 위해서 어디까지 할 수 있으십니까? 그리고 어디까지 내어질 수 있으십니까?
Right? Things to think about.
요새는 기술이 좋아져서 빗자국 같은 건 순식간에 지워지더군요. 죽음 따윈 가볍게 잊어버리는 것이 도리인 것 마냥.
Oh, you can wash your clothes, your hands, and stuff, but that sin will gravely weigh your heart down. Wow.
그러기를 바라신다면 받들도록 하겠습니다. 베어내겠습니다. 칼을 부딪힐 시간입니다. 간단하게라면 좋습니다. 물러서지 않겠습니다. 베어내기 충분합니다. 침착한 결과입니다. 힘드시겠습니다, 관리자님.
Aww. Otis is talking about how it affects Dante. And I remember Yisang is like, you know, this will not leave a scar because they'll just come back anyway. Okay.
칼의 사용법을 잘 아시는군요.
Oh.
칼의 사용법을 잘 아시는군요.
Oh, Dante knows how to fight. Oh my gosh.
칼의 사용법을 잘 아시는군요. 단련하지 않은 제 잘못입니다. 길이 보여 따라갔을 뿐. 흐름을 따라 전부 배워냈습니다. 후회는 없습니다.
Okay, very good. That was super. You know, Otis is a very headstrong, but at the same time, you know, at the back of her mind she's very sentimental as well. That sentimentality is being outweighed by the desire to reach her goals. And I think that is a great reminder for a lot of people, because we sometimes put our feelings in front of us, and that's the only thing we can see. Right.